Real talk, if mental strength was loud, most of us would already have it. All right, let's get something straight right out of the gate. Most men right now are not weak. They're mentally exhausted. And that's not because life is harder than it's ever been. It's because your brain has never been attacked this often. Notifications, expectations, comparison, pressure to be everything, pressure to feel nothing. You're tired before the day even starts, and nobody teaches you what to do with that. So this isn't a motivational speech. This is a real conversation. The kind you'd have with a friend who actually gives a damn, not someone trying to sell you a course. Mental strength isn't what you think it is. Let's kill the myth early. Mental strength is not being hyped all the time, being confident 24/7, grinding yourself into dust, or pretending everything's fine when it's not. That's Instagram strength. That shit cracks the moment life pushes back. Real mental strength? Mental strength isn't hype. It's boring consistency. It's doing the same small, unimpressive things, even when nobody's watching, and even when you don't feel like it. That's it. And that's also why most people don't have it. Why so many men feel off right now? Let me say something you might not hear enough. If you feel behind, if you feel mentally foggy, if you feel like you should be further along by now, you're not broken. You're overloaded. Think about it. You're expected to be productive, be emotionally aware, be strong, be calm, be ambitious, be supportive, be successful, be chill about failing, and somehow still enjoy the journey. Bro, when did anyone teach us how to carry all that? Nobody did. So what happens? You don't fall apart dramatically. You slowly leak energy. You wake up tired. You procrastinate. You scroll. You overthink. You start questioning yourself. And then you beat yourself up for not being disciplined enough. That's not weakness. That's mental debt. The lie about motivation. Let's talk about motivation real quick. Motivation is great for about 12 hours. After that, it ghosts you. If motivation worked, everyone would be jacked, rich, and peaceful. But motivation isn't the engine. It's the ignition spark. Mental strength is built after motivation leaves. It's waking up on a random Tuesday feeling flat. Not still doing the thing anyway. Not inspired. Just done. That's the reps nobody posts. A truth most men don't want to hear. Here's a tough one, said with love. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your boss. Not your partner. Not your future self. Not the right moment. That realization hits everyone differently. For some, it's scary. For others, it's freeing. For me, it was both. Because once you accept that, you stop waiting. You stop negotiating with your comfort. You realize, this is on me, but that also means I have control. That's where mental strength actually starts. Mental strength is built in boring moments. You don't build mental strength during breakthroughs. You build it when you don't feel like working out, but do it anyway. You want to quit early, but finish the rep. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow and do it today instead. You sit with discomfort instead of running from it. It's boring. It's quiet. It's unsexy. And it works. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Why discipline feels harder than it should. Let's clear something up. Discipline isn't hard because you're lazy. It's hard because you're overstimulated. You're under-recovered. You're mentally cluttered. You never let your mind rest. Your brain is tired of deciding, so everything feels heavier than it should. That's why mental strength today isn't about doing more. It's about removing friction. Less chaos. Less noise. Less bullshit. More structure. More clarity. More simplicity. One small rule that changed everything for me. Here's something simple that helped me a lot. I stopped asking myself, do I feel like doing this? And started asking, is this the kind of man I said I'd be? That's it. Not dramatic, not motivational, just a quiet standard. Feelings fluctuate, standards don't. Mental strength is living by standards even when emotions argue back. Let's talk about carrying pressure. Silently. A lot of men don't talk because they don't want to burden anyone. They don't want to sound weak. They don't even know how to explain what they're feeling. So they just carry it day after day. That weight doesn't disappear. It leaks into irritability, numbness, short patience, loss of drive, quiet resentment. You don't need to trauma dump, but you do need somewhere to put that weight. A conversation, a routine, a physical outlet, a journal, a long walk with no headphones, Mental strength includes knowing when to unload, not explode. Let me talk to you like a friend for a second. You don't need to. Fix your whole life. Find your purpose this month. Be confident all the time. Have it all figured out. You need to get a little more consistent. Get a little more honest with yourself. Stop abandoning promises you make to yourself. That's it. Confidence comes from kept promises, not hype. The trap of comparison. Comparison is mental poison. You compare. You're behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Your struggles to their success. And then you wonder why you feel like shit. Mental strength is learning to stay in your own lane, even when your brain wants to look sideways. Run your race at your pace, with your standards. How to rebuild mental strength. Practically. Let's get practical. If your mental strength feels low right now, do this. 1. Lower the bar, but raise consistency. Small wins daily beat big wins occasionally. 2. Create one non-negotiable habit. 1. Not 10. One thing you do no matter what. 3. Clean your inputs. Less doom scrolling, less comparison, more silence. 4. Move your body. Doesn't have to be crazy, just consistent. 5. Talk to yourself with respect. No man builds strength by calling himself a piece of shit all day. Progress compounds quietly. The difference between strong and hardened. This matters. Mental strength is not becoming cold. It's becoming stable. Strong men still feel. They just don't let emotions drive the car. They can sit with discomfort without panicking. They can fail without spiraling. They can stay calm when things aren't perfect. That's power. If any of this is hitting home, if this feels like a conversation you didn't know you needed, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, not because it helps me, but because it reminds you that you're committing to this mindset. You're not late, you're learning. One last thing, big brother moment. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not broken. You're learning how to carry responsibility in a noisy world. Mental strength today isn't about being tough. It's about being steady, showing up when it's boring, choosing consistency over chaos, building a mind you can trust. And that's not flashy, but it works. The closing thought. Mental strength isn't hype, it's boring consistency. And boring? Boring builds monsters, quiet ones. The kind that don't need to prove shit. They just show up every day.